Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Casey Lee Reiki and I am Casey. I'm going to be doing a reading today. This is a general reading for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for July 2020. So I'm just going to give my spiel while I shuffle these, talk to you guys. Energy is fluid, it's not linear, so anything that I'm talking about in this reading could relate to you past, present, or future tense. If it resonates, fantastic. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Don't make it fit. Sorry, I just totally spaced out for a second. I'm so sorry. You can definitely resonate with pieces and others not, but it can still resonate for you. I know that sounds confusing, but basically what I'm saying is you can take something away from it. You don't have to take everything away from it if that's the case, all right? Masculine and feminine are just energies when I speak about them. However, if it is gender or sex specific, I will of course let you guys know. I'll make that clear. Cross watchers, hi, hello, and welcome. You're very welcome here. If I'm saying Aries and you think that it should actually be the opposite way around, then feel free to just flip it and reverse it, as Missy Elliott would say. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me or any of my other social media links, things of that nature, my website, it's all listed in the description box down below, okay? So I'm going to shuffle this one more time. I already shuffled the tarot deck and got that situated for us. So we're basically going to use tarot, and then we're going to get into this oracle deck afterwards. This is Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Check her out. She has so many self-created decks, and they're all fantastic. So might as well just cut this deck as well and get it all situated. All right, so getting into your guys' energy, I don't know if it's because Mars is going into Aries very soon. Tomorrow, it looks like, if I have my dates correct. I'm not an astrologer, don't count me on it, but if I have my dates correct, tomorrow Mars is going into Aries. So I don't know if that's why I'm picking up on this like fiery, like passionate, a lot of like sexual, just like confidence type of energy. Whew, I have chills too. Whew. Yeah, very confident, very I feel like some sexual aggression. It's like a weird combination of the two of those, but very confident, very go-getter, very fiery, lively, motivated. Yeah, so I feel like that kind of sums it up. I just lost my train of thought for a second. We're gonna get right into tarot and see what's going on for you guys, because that definitely does feel very, very sexual, very I want to say alluring too for some reason, but I don't feel like that's the right word. I feel like it is a little bit alluring. To me feels a little bit more like sensual, whereas this just feels like very outwardly like bam, here I am. So I have Queen of Cups on the bottom, so this could be your energy here, someone who's very loving and caring and nurturing, or it could be the person you're dealing with, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or one or both of you could have that just heavily in your chart. It's funny because I do Page of Pentacles underneath in reverse, which is kind of like not wanting to offer commitment, whether it be to a situation or to a person. And that doesn't always come through as commitment, but that's what it feels like here. Someone doesn't want to offer commitment. I feel like it's almost like I would rather put this into myself. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we have here? Yeah, I feel like this Queen of Cups is just, it just feels like she's alone, and she's like cool with that, honestly. She's just like, yep, that's fine. Again, gender doesn't matter here, but she's just like very, yeah. Like I honestly get the sensation of like I'm in love with myself. Like I said, it's very confident, and especially Cups is emotions. So wow, I'll take that bottom one, but we will not take all of those. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Three of Cups in reverse is not necessarily being alone, but it's kind of like isolating. It's like I'm good by myself. Like I'm focusing more on myself is what I feel like this is. Oftentimes, because Three of Cups is, you know, about celebration, rejoicing, things of that nature. In reverse, it can definitely mean a little bit of isolation, being secluded, being by yourself, but it does not feel in a sad way at all. It just doesn't feel that way. It feels very, like, again, very confident. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm gonna be, like, I feel like whoever this Aries is, like, I don't know why, but you feel a little introverted. Or if it's a group of you, it could be because you know, you might have water in your direct chart, so it could be like your rising sign or your moon sign, which is making you be like, no, that's okay, like, I'm good by myself, like, I'm just gonna hang out by myself, do my thing, Netflix and chill with myself, you know, nothing wrong with that, just, I'm okay. But we do have Five of Cups in reverse, which is interesting. Okay, so if you are doing this because you are avoiding dealing with something, please don't. Usually Five of Cups is kind of focusing a little bit more on the loss. So it could be that you are just kind of avoiding some things right now. It doesn't feel bad. Like, it doesn't really feel like an avoidance. It just feels like you're like, I just want to be by myself, to, like, collect my thoughts, do my thing, like, put my energy into me. That's totally what it feels like. I don't know why, but I really want to shuffle for some reason. Yeah, I do feel like, again, normal Five of Cups would be focusing too much on the loss instead of what you can gain. So it's either here that you're just like, I want to collect my thoughts, and it could be like an and or situation where you're now noticing that there is maybe those Two of Cups and not focusing so much on the three that you've lost. But I do feel like this is, if you do have water directly in that immediate, like your rising or your moon sign, it could definitely be affecting you, because I mean, this is Cancer season, so Cancer is all about nostalgia, and it's about family, it's about the past. So I feel like some of you might be kind of dwelling on that in a sense. Yeah, some of you definitely feel like you are stuck on the past a little bit, so you're like, I'm not gonna find what I want in my current situation, or I don't feel like I can find what I want, so it's almost like a dwelling in the past. And that might be why you're feeling a little alone emotionally, because we have Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, Five of Cups. Regardless of if they're reversed or not, it's a lot of emotional content here. Yeah, so be wary of your emotions, because this is a lot of reverse emotions for me, which definitely equates, again, as a reader, for me, for, you know, the past, for nostalgia, for, like, you know what, I don't really want to move forward. Like, I am kind of stuck in the past of, like, you know, the past used to be like XYZ for me, and that was really great, and now I don't have that, or, you know, no one kind of compares to that. It doesn't feel like too, like, depressive or, like, sad per se, but it does feel a little bit like, it feels reminiscent. That's probably a better word. It feels reminiscent, I think. My cat on the counter. What a butthead. What else do we have for Aries here? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Wow, yeah, every cup card is reverse. What is he doing? Please get off the counter, sir. So Knight of Cups here in reverse. A lot of Cups energy in reverse. That's concerning to me. I feel like some of you aren't sure how to regulate the feelings that you're experiencing or what you're going through right now, because the Knight of Cups is a lack of like moving forward, a lack of an offer, a lack of movement in regards to love, to taking action when it comes to love. So again, like I was saying, very secluded with your emotions. I feel like you're keeping them to yourself. I just heard misunderstood. Some of you feel a little bit misunderstood. I feel like it relates back to whatever you're kind of hung up on in the past, whether it be a person, a certain situation, maybe an old lifestyle. There's definitely an energy of being hung up. Like, very nostalgic, very in the past. And the past could be literally anything to 6 months ago or a year ago, 3 years ago. It doesn't matter. This is very much like being stuck in this past energy. And that's what it feels like. you know, I'm not going to get really what I want out of this, or I don't think that I can. So I'm just going to put it into my own cup. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel necessarily like sad, but be careful not to seclude yourself too much to the point where, you know, it can turn into depression and you can, you know, let those emotions really gain hold of you. Especially right now, if you have a Cancer moon and Cancer season, oh my gosh. Yeah. Be wary of that. Oh. Okay, so here's the thing. Devil on the bottom. Capricorn energy, doesn't have to be. And then we also have Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Man. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Yeah. So, and then we also have Hanged Man. We have the 10 of Wands here. The card that flew out was the 6 of Swords, but it fell out like this. Okay? So what I think it is that this is the way I'm taking this, is that this 6 of Swords is going to cross this Devil energy. So to me, what this is trying to leave a situation where you feel bound and trapped. It's toxic. You're not getting what you want. You're in a situation that you don't like. So you're in the process of trying to leave that. And I think that's where that kind of like solemn attitude, maybe a little bit of that aggression comes from. I think this energy of Mars going into Aries, it might just really be important for you as well to kind of grasp, to harness that so you can continue to move this card in the upright position. But you're trying to leave a situation that just doesn't serve you well. You're looking back on the past and going, this situation isn't that, and I don't want it. That's a lot of what I'm getting from this. This situation is not this, and yeah, so I would just rather not. You're not getting, and I mean, it might not even just be a past thing. It might also be a sense of like, you know, in this other relationship or in this other time in my life, I had this, that, and the other thing, and it made me really happy. Now I know those things fulfill me. They make me happy, and I'm not getting them. So I would rather not. So I will retract my cup. I will, with this Knight of Cups in reverse, I'm going to retract my cup and I'm going to leave, like that 6 of Swords, right? And then having this follow is like that suspension with the Hanged Man, but then also having this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is very much so like you're in suspense, like, or more so in suspension, hanging here. You're in a pause. You're in a moment of reflection here. And then this, to me, the Ace of Pentacles is a lack of an opportunity. And I feel like being in this suspension here made you realize that there was a lack of opportunity of where you currently are in your present moment. You know, going through what you're going through, reflecting on the past, having those feelings of nostalgia. Yeah, the nostalgia's coming in pretty heavy. Like, will I ever kind of like have that? Or am I kind of like, I feel like, you know, am I doomed to never have that happiness? But I feel like that's what this is, the suspension, and seeing this from a different perspective of, okay, there's actually just, this isn't the path I want. This path does not offer me a, you know, right side up, ready to go pentacle. There is no open path here. That path is like closed off, is what I feel like. That's what I feel like, a barrier. Like I feel like someone like closed the door, and it could be you. Like I think you closed the door on something, and you almost kind of like, or at least you're trying to nip it in the butt, so you're trying to leave that situation because now you're like, yep, I am now seeing clearly from being in the suspension, from doing this thinking, from putting that love and all those things like into myself. Like you're now realizing like, okay, yep, that has opened my eyes a lot. Doing this for myself has opened my eyes quite a bit. 10 of, oh my God, 10 of Wands is just like a burden, a burden, a burden, a burden. Like there's so many. You're like, this isn't, wherever you are right now, you're very unsatisfied with. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like this lack of an opportunity, this lack of that path. It's causing you a burden. It's causing you to just be like, ugh, like you just want to get it off of your back, literally. Let's see where you are, just like in your headspace kind of right now. That's what I want to do. Where's Aries at in the headspace? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? What's going on in the head right now? Because I'm very confused here. I want to know what's going on with this situation. What messages do we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Woo! For July 2020. Wow. Ah! That's so many. I don't like that. Oh my God. All right. What do we have? Oh, yeah, 100%. Yes. So Ace of Cups in reverse. So you have 2 aces in reverse, which is just like a lack of an opportunity, a lack of a new path, a new beginning. It's not opening for you. This isn't the one that you want to take. Oh, that's interesting that I said that for you. It's not opening for you. Perhaps you're trying to get back to a situation or a person from the past and it's not coming to you. And you're like, why isn't it? Like, am I just doomed to not ever have that? And I think regardless of that, the situation you're in is still, this is in reverse. There are not opportunities here for you. And then High Priestess is very Pisces energy here. I think whether it be the situation that you're in isn't working or the situation that you want isn't coming to you or isn't working, with the High Priestess, I really get a sense of there are other things you're unaware of right now. There are other pieces that haven't been exposed to you. And I think this is for some reason, I'm very specifically hearing a call to go within. That's coming through so clear. Whatever you're going through or you're experiencing is a call to really go within. I have chills. Being your authentic self, speaking your authentic truth. The situation is causing you to withdraw. Yeah, I got chills. And the withdrawal, dialing it back with that 3 of Cups in reverse, being by yourself, being a little secluded, drawing your cup back, putting that energy and effort into yourself, doing some, self-care, self-love, soul growth, some healing. Being in that type of reflective inner energy is showing you what's in front of you doesn't, serve you. It's not going to get you what you want. Your aces are in reverse. And you're like, all right, well, if I'm making that comparison, I would like what I had before. I don't have that now. So I'm going to go look for it then. I'm going to go recreate that for myself. I just saw 17. So technically that would be 2 8s. That might matter for somebody. Or maybe 17 is important. But yeah, it's just it feels very solemn. Just you're yeah, it's kind of a bummer this didn't work out, but I'm not dying over it by any means. And then we do have that 4 of Swords, which is healing coming in underneath that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that 10 of Wands. So it's just letting that be what it is. And a door was closed. Like I said, there was a door closed or a curtain closed. Something was blocked off. They're showing me caution tape. That's so weird. Yeah, they're showing me caution tape. Literally, Spirit's once you leave that, we're not doing that. There's that place that you are in, that you are attempting to leave, it does not yield good results. It doesn't produce good results. And I think that's why Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups being in reverse, it's kind of showing you you can't make the situation that you're in work. The caution tape, it's you can't build on that. And I think that's why you're trying to leave. It's that you're clear on it. It's not you're realizing it. I feel you just know that, and Spirit's trying to help you, and you're yeah, I know, I'm trying, I'm doing my best, I'm, you know what I mean, I'm doing me, basically. And then you also had the 7 of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of water energy, a lot of emotions here, a lot. With the 7 of Cups in reverse, though, this very much points to me to a state of the fog has cleared almost. It's the fog has cleared and you can see that. Again, it doesn't feel sudden. It doesn't feel like an epiphany. It just feels yep, the fog is clear and now I get it. Fog's cleared. I know. You've almost maybe before you didn't want to come to terms with it. That could be it too. It's you knew it but didn't necessarily want to come to terms with it or do it per se. But you are feeling really nostalgic and thinking back on the past. It's so weird because that sexual aggression is still underlying. So it could be that, this is a little TMI, a little personal, I guess, for somebody. Not for me, but for somebody. But I'm picking up that maybe you're looking back on like every single facet of this one particular circumstance, instant, relationship, what have you, and there was a lot of like chemistry or passion there between you and another person, and that might be what you are looking back on, what you are being nostalgic over. And like we have the Fool, Aries energy, coming out right underneath that High Priestess. So it's like, I think that Spirit has something in store for you guys. Honestly, I feel like they almost like have a gift, which is fantastic. Whoops. The Fool is something that, you know, it's a new beginning, but it also is a beginning that does not come without risk. A reward that does not come without risk. So I feel like that's the case where you're like, yeah, like this sucks. I kind of don't want to deal with this, but I got to do it. Especially with it coming out after the Seven of Cups in reverse, is like you're realizing like, okay, I gotta take a little bit of a risk to get what I want here. It's not that it's not possible for me, it's within range. I deserve those things, I'm capable of them, but I gotta maybe do some things I wasn't too keen on doing. Like it feels like a lot of acceptance. That's like the general here. It's a lot of acceptance. This isn't new information, it's not blowing you out of the water. It's just very much like, yeah, like I accept this is the direction I think I have to go in. No, oh, my cat scared the crap out of me. They're scaring the hell out of me today. But 8 of Cups here that popped out. 8 of Cups coming out underneath this 4 of Swords, which is like the healing that you need, getting into that frame of mind before you take action onto the next thing, is this walking away. It's that acceptance, like I was just saying, very accepting. Then we also have the 6 of Wands underneath, was success and victory here, recognition, achievement is what I'm hearing. This might have been something that you have been in for a hot minute and you're finally kind of doing it and you're just like, yeah, I've just accepted it. It is what it is. The Queen of Wands in reverse. So many reversals here. Yeah, it's making you feel kind of like out of your element. This Queen of Wands, that could be definitely in the reverse. The Queen of Wands can be someone who is a little aggressive, a little feisty. For some reason I want to say they can be like a little catty, but it's not so much catty as much as it is like very forward. I feel like this is like saying what you feel, how you feel, and just that's it. Like no more filters, no more screens in between you and saying what you want or what you feel. It's just very much so like, I need to walk away because this isn't my highest good. It's not my highest truth. This isn't authentically me. And and it bugs you, and that also is creating that sense of looking back with the Queen of Cups here. So let's do a couple more and then we'll get into Oracle cards. Any other messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Alright, let's see what else I got here. I kind of want to see why the Queen of Wands is in reverse too, but I kind of want to use the Oracle deck for that. But any other messages for Aries here? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for July. Yeah, I do feel like just an overwhelming feeling of acceptance here. Kind of just accepted things. It's not so much of a... I mean, you are definitely looking at the past, I think, being a little nostalgic. There's just something that you're looking back on. It doesn't have to be super, like detrimental or important or whatever. It's not some overwhelming, overbearing thing, but it does make you think. And you're looking back on it being like, yeah, I got some other stuff to do in my life. Yeah, look at this. So 6 of Cups. This is a person from the past on the bottom. Could be past life connection, but it's that nostalgia, looking back on the past, looking back on old relationships, on old friendships, on old things. I do think that this is romantic, but for a good portion of you, this is also platonic as well. You're just kind of, I think, taking a view over, especially now that Venus is going direct or is direct, I think you really are taking an overlook of your relationships. Again, romantic, platonic, what have you, just your relationships as a whole, looking over them and reviewing them, I think is a lot of what this is. And that's why there's that acceptance there of whatever that one in the current situation is. Acceptance. Okay, yeah, now we've done a lot. When it was in retrograde, I kind of went through this hustle and bustle of like, do I like this? Do I not like that? What about this? Maybe this. Like, you've kind of gone through and just reevaluated everything with your relationships. And I think that's where that is all coming from. I think a lot of this is probably stemming from, you know, Venus being in retrograde for a little while. But Six of Cups here is a person from the past. So definitely, like I said, looking back on the past, nostalgia. And then you also have King of Pentacles here. Could be an earth sign that you're dealing with, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then you have Four of Pentacles here as well. You have the Sun. Wow, okay. So, ooh, wow. And the ones that flipped over. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, let me take a sip of my beverage. This just got so juicy. So, the two cards that fell out were this Page of Swords. This could be an air sign you're dealing with. Otherwise, it's just kind of like air quality. Like, this to me is generally a card of spying. That's just what it is for me. It's generally a card of spying. It's someone taking a look at someone else. And it doesn't have to be physically. Like, this literally could be like looking at social media. I think this is you. I think that's at looking at the past. You're looking at someone from the past's social media, or, you know, trying to just almost like keep tabs on them or see what's up with them. This is a card and an energy of spying. Wanting to, I'm hearing specifically, send a message. I don't think it's like send a message. Like, I don't think it's like aggressive, even though there is some aggressive energy there. But I feel like the aggression is more so confidence, wanting something, going after it, what have you. It's very like in my sights energy, not like angry, like negative aggression, if that makes sense. Maybe more so assertiveness than aggression. There we go. That suits it a lot better. But Page of Swords, wanting to send a message. So it could be text, email, a phone call. It could be anything. Wanting to send some sort of small token or message because you've been looking back on the past, probably. And then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So letting down your defenses. So you might have had your defenses up before. And again, take it how it resonates. It totally could be reversed. You might have had your defenses up before about somebody, and it might have been this person from the past. Maybe they did you dirty, so you went on to go, you know, do whatever in your life. You went to just go move on in general, and now you're like, yeah, there's really nothing here for me. So now you're looking back on the past, especially, like I said, with Venus, you know, having been in retrograde and now moving forward, having a direct, it kind of makes sense. But there's like, you want to tell someone that you're like letting your defenses down. And it could be that there's also acceptance with that as well, because there's a big overtone of acceptance, like I've said many times here through this reading. It could be that you want to communicate with them that you are letting your defenses down and that you've accepted a lot, you've done a lot, you see things differently. And I think you just want to express that to them. Like, hey, you know, I haven't talked to you in a minute, or maybe you do still talk to them, whatever. I haven't talked to you in a minute, and I just want to express this to you. Like, you know, I'm not as resistant. I'm not as defensive. I'm not resisting what's meant for me as much, if that makes sense. I've accepted a lot. I've realized quite a bit. You know, and I think it's just a matter of looking back on that and being like, maybe in a sense of, you know, there really were great parts of that I really appreciated, or I never really told this person that XYZ meant a lot to me, or I never told them that when they did this thing for me, you know, that really, I appreciated it and I was grateful for it. And I feel like there's just a need to express something here about acceptance when it comes to this situation. But Six of Cups, this is what's interesting to me. Six of Cups, King of Pentacles here. So this past person could totally be an earth sign. If they are not an earth sign, if it's not Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is just somebody who you view of that energy, someone who is successful, who is I feel like I'm picking up on a lot of feminines for some reason, because with this I just heard like he's the man. Like, I think it, like, the man for you, whoever this person is. This is like, this person kind of like checks off all your boxes, which is why I think there might be kind of like an emphasis with this coming out with the Seven of Wands in reverse, wanting to let down your defenses and like tell this person, possibly, if it's not just, hey, I wanted to express this to you in like a light way and like a casual way, could be a little more like intimate in this regard of, hey, what we had really meant a lot to me and I never got a chance to maybe say that, or I didn't realize it. But this person from the past here, you do want to express something to them. And I feel like there's a lot of masculine energy coming from this person. I feel like I'm kind of picking up on feminines, considering we had the Queen of Cups in the very beginning, okay? But I do have the Four of Pentacles and I have the Sun. And that's what I was saying earlier. Remember when I was like, you're like holding on to this aspect of your life, looking back, being nostalgic. I'm like, you know, that part really made me happy and I know what I want. The Four of Pentacles is about holding on tightly, not letting go. So what I feel like with this combination is that you're not letting go of your happiness. You are not willing to let go, to compromise it. And I think this person from the past, you know, you may have gone through some things currently. Sorry, my eye's killing me. You may have gone through some things currently where it's made you realize, like, okay, yeah, like, I deserved that stuff, or that relationship was really great. Whether it be that particular person or just a relationship in itself, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like that person. It could be the qualities that they had. It's like, but I think a lot of you are just holding on to this particular relationship or this particular person. There's definitely a means of holding on here. This is my happiness. I don't want to let go. I don't want to compromise that. So I'm going to put it into myself until I can get that. Again, whether it be the person or just the qualities they have, whatever. You're like, I'm going to hold on to this until I get this back. Like, I'm not just going to let anyone come in. I'm not just going to follow any path. I'm not just going to wing it. You know, Queen of Cups puts her water in her own cup. So I feel like this is like, yeah, like, I'm going to do me until this happens. And then underneath, we do have the Nine of Wands, which talks about persistence. I think if you are that Queen of Wands in reverse here, which I think is definitely you as well, and the Queen of Cups, like, combined, perseverance in the world here. The World in reverse to me is is persevering. I don't think that you believe whatever it is with this past person, whatever it is with this King of Pentacles, I don't believe that you think it's done. And I think that's why it's in reverse here. And it could very well be that Spirit also doesn't think that it's done. So this still lies open and you're persevering because you're like, no, like, that was where I was the happiest. That was the type of relationship I wanted. That was what I wanted in a life. And I feel like this is still open. It's still very open-ended here. It hasn't been tied off and it hasn't been closed. There's something still hanging, like, just in suspension, kind of like the Hanged Man. That's what I feel like here. There's something still hanging that hasn't been dealt with, that hasn't been closed off completely. Oops. Yeah, Page of Wands, but no one's talking about it. Page of Wands in reverse, no one's talking about it. No one's putting up an offer here. And it does come down to a choice here, because we have the Page of Wands in reverse, we have Two of Wands here, we have Ace of Wands here, Six of Pentacles, Judgment. There's a lot that's going on here. With this, Two of Wands and Ace of Wands is choosing whether or not, like, look at this. Okay, let's get these all situated in my small hands. This is the choice. The Two of Wands needing to make a choice, coming to a crossroads, right? And the crossroads is between these two. Not tell that person, not express whatever you need to express, whether it be to the current person, to old person. I think it's to the person in the past, if I'm being completely honest. The choice lies in between not telling them or offering something new. Leaving it as is, not telling them how you feel, or not expressing to them, because we also, like, don't forget, we had that Page of Swords here in the beginning, well, a couple minutes ago. Not offering, not expressing, not moving forward, not sending that message, or sending a message of, hey, what do you think about this? Or, you know, would you be interested in even just being a part of my life again? I really care about you. Anything like that. Literally, it could be anything. But the choice lies between say something or don't. And then you also have 6 of Pentacles, and you have Judgment here. So this to me is indicative of, if you don't do something, I think Spirit's going to step in and do it for you. Honestly, so it would be better off. I think the 6 of Pentacles here talks about balance, and the reason why this is still open from your past is that balance just hasn't been restored. You still need that. That relationship, that lesson, that cycle still needs a little bit of tweaking before you can totally close it out, like with a judgment call here. And I think with judgment, it's like, yeah, final call. Like, this is, like, my say here is this, and I think this is fair being like, yep, like, you were happy there. So, you know, don't let go of that happiness, because there's still something that's left to be worked out. I mean, for some of you, it totally could be reunion. That's a bold statement. Don't really want to, you know, go like too far into it. But with that being said, just, you know, keep it in mind. Now I'm going to go into Oracle cards really quick. I already broke this up earlier, so we're just going to literally go into it. Bottom, we have Dark Night of the Soul here. And look at that. We have nostalgia, exactly what I was talking about. And notice both of these are fiery and red. And red, like I said, Mars going into Aries. Passion, sexual energy, assertiveness, forward, taking action, very action. Red's all about passion and action here. It's about feelings. It's that fire in your soul. A lot of like more wands energy, which is not surprising to me here, but nostalgia. And then we also have at the bottom, observer. Okay, someone's observing someone. This is that Page of Swords energy here. I think that you're watching this person. You're doing your thing, but you're like low-key on the side, just kind of watching them, seeing what they're up to, maybe trying to see what they're doing in their life. Maybe it's been a hot minute and you're like, I wonder what they're doing. And then remember I said the door? Barrier. I said the door has been closed. That's what this is here. I gotta find that. Hold on a second. I totally want to go back to that. Hold on a second. I want to go back to that. Where is that? I will not take no for an answer. Ah, there it is. Remember I said the door had been shut? A door had been closed? That's this. This is the door. Spirit was like, no, don't go down that road. And you're like, yeah, it's probably not going to end well. So the position that you're in currently, that's that closed door. That's that barrier. Okay. Underneath that also, can't even make it up. Divine Masculine. I knew that. That's what I'm saying. I think I was talking to a whole boatload of feminines, and this is the masculine that you're looking at. So if you are a counterpart or a twin flame, that's something to keep in mind here as well. But there's this barrier is the divine masculine. I feel like, you know, you're not meant to go down these other roads or take these other opportunities, because you still have to balance out the scales with this divine masculine here. The scales still need to be balanced with this masculine energy in your life. I do think I'm talking to primarily feminines, but again, whatever. Could be either way, take it how it resonates. Refocus, coming in strong here, definitely. You're like, this ace is upside down, this ace is reversed, this isn't open, this door's shut. All right, I'm going to put it into myself. That's that refocus. Okay, I'm going to fill my own cup now. Separation. Yep, so this is definitely talking about the past here. King of Pentacles. Separation from this King of Pentacles. This is that person from the past. This is that Six of Cups energy here. I can't make this up. Balancing the scales. Balancing the scales. Literally. This is the same thing here. Balancing the scales. And Six of Pentacles. Balancing the scales here with this King of Pentacles. This person from the past. Oh, we have summer. That's interesting. So summer could be significant, or maybe you'll send that message, or they might send you a message when it comes down to the summertime. But summertime's going to be important here. Maybe that balance will come in during the summer. What else do we have? Yeah, regret. So one or both of you is definitely feeling some regret when it comes to this past situation. And that's, I think, what that expression needs to be. That's what this observer energy is, alongside with this Page of Swords. There's a little bit of regret. Maybe one person, or maybe it was you, didn't really recognize it as something beautiful and worthwhile, and you didn't see the good parts of it, you know? And then you're like, yeah, I kind of regret that. I kind of want to go back to that because that made me really happy, and I didn't say it enough, you know? Then we also have fall. So that's interesting. Regret and fall came out. So it could be that something in particular happened in the season of fall, no matter, again, like I said, this fall, last fall, 3 falls ago, whatever. So something could have particularly happened in the fall. Shadow work. I think you guys definitely separated because someone needed to go and do some stuff, and you're still kind of stuck on that. It's triggersome. This relationship or time in your life is triggering for you. I want to take a look solely at your person. We're going to take a look at this King of Pentacles, since I think this is that person for you. These readings are so long, but I love them. So anyways. Who is this King of Pentacles? What are they feeling? Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. So I think the regret in the fall card, I think that's probably when that separation happened, was the fall at some point. Again, doesn't have to be, take it how it resonates. But someone had to leave to really do some shadow work and do some work on themselves, really build, ascend, really just do some healing. I think that was just a part of that lesson. That was a part of their shadow work, or yours, is that you guys needed to separate. And now I think it's almost like the universe is like, okay, like, you know what? Right person, wrong time. Let's wrap it back around. Which is great. I mean, that's just what I'm picking up on. It's not a for sure. It's not a prediction. Just reading the energies. So, you know, don't quote me on it, but all right. Let's see about this person. Wow. Devotion. Solitude. Interesting. This person might also be taking some time to themselves as well. And they might be very committed to themselves. But understanding. There's a lot of acceptance, a lot of understanding here with this. Mute. So you guys might not be talking. Especially, like I said, separation card. So you guys might not be talking right now. And it could be on behalf of this person not wanting to, or it could be equal on both ends. You might just both be wrapped up in other stuff. I mean, you guys both could be muted. I don't know if I just said that or not, because I just spaced out a little bit, but. Spirit, can I have one more card for this King of Pentacles, this past person? Oh, okay. Cycles. Yeah, so I think, again, there's a lot of shadow work, a lot of cycles that needed to be experienced, gone through. It just has taken time, and that might be why there's such a mute energy, that energy of solitude here. But I do think there's a possibility that, you know, you guys could be communicating, and there might be some balance coming in. I mean, remember, we literally had the card of balancing the scales here. This is the Justice card in Tarot, okay? But look at that on the bottom. We have union. I love that. We have crossroads. So I think that's the crossroads that, I mean, you guys might be mirroring each other. One or both of you is coming to this crossroads of, again, to offer that love. Let me see if I can find it. There we are. To offer a new beginning, to offer that expression of love, or to not. With the Page of Wands here in reverse, hold back or move forward. So I think that's what this is. The other card underneath this is fear as well. So same thing. This is what it looks like to me on my board. crossroads in the middle. Do you want union or do you want to stay in fear? I mean, we got the Divine Masculine card. So, I mean, the Divine Masculine could be in fear here with this. Your masculine could be in fear. You could both be in fear. But again, the crossroads is like, do you want to go towards union or do you not? Do you want to get back together or do you not? You want to be friends or do you not? I think it's a matter of, do you want to be in my life or do you not? But we have big dreams, and then we have forgiveness on the bottom here. So I think there really is hope and opportunity for you guys. You're in the midst of moving out of a situation, I think, currently, and it kind of mucks up your mind a little bit. So you're trying to recalibrate, refocus, put that energy into yourself with that Queen of Cups energy from the beginning. So, you know, take it easy on yourself. Take your time. Use your intuition. Refocus. With that being said, this was a little bit long, but I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. I hope you resonated. I hope it resonated with you. That was so weird. What is wrong with me? Mercury retrograde. That's what I'm blaming it on. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate all of you guys. If it resonated, drop a comment. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. Drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you get all the new videos and notifications that I'm doing. And yeah, I wish you guys all the best. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next time.